Here it is, guys, the final round of the regionals from 2014 at Petrie's Games in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I am Steven.
I am Robert.
And you are seeing on your screen Ryan, who has worked his way up through the bracket right to the finals using some excellent replicating perfection tech, as well as Ian, who you see him playing right now. On the left is myself.
What's his last name?
I was very fortunate. Ian Sterling.
No, myself. Just kidding.
Oh. And then myself on the left, Steven is my name, and I feel very lucky to be here. It was a really good day in Colorado Springs.
Whoa, trip ice!
Meeting some new players and kicking it off with some real server protection there, which I am not terribly fond of doing, but it seems, I guess it was the way to do it here. So 4 credits open. Probably a pop-up window over at the top of R&D there.
Let's hope.
If I were myself, that's how I would do it.
I love pop-up windows.
And making news against Ian, this is always a very tricky matchup. You don't really want to hurry up with the Astro script because you don't want to turn Ian's 2-credit ability on. But you also, as Ian, can't really wait around and let the NBM player get fully set up and then just chain out.
It's a sticky wicket.
So there's a lot to consider. And
at least 2 things.
2 things. And then Draco on HQ can be a trace 4.
He's a wagon.
It costs 3 to access. Otherwise, in the run, take a tag.
But man, is he going to spend that this early?
I think
One
paying
card?
3 here is better than paying 2 and a click to shake that tag, which I can only imagine he's going to do. There he goes.
Ding.
So saved a credit, but lost an action. I still think 3 is better. Crash Space makes sense.
There you go.
Yeah, Crash Space makes that a better deal. And final click.
So seeing as how you're one of these players here, what's your strategy? Are you going to try to do anything different, or is this business as usual?
There's a couple ways that NBN can approach this matchup. I'm going to be looking to take advantage of Ian, hopefully scoring an agenda.
Nice.
With a mid-season, hopefully getting Scorched in hand and making that happen, because he may not play out enough protection. Ian typically doesn't run aggressively, so might not even have Plascretes in the deck.
Oh, wow.
But on the other end, you can also go with the supreme scoring of the points, which I think is the better option here. You can't really count on Ian to score agendas, but you just kind of feed him agendas and make him either let you just run away with points, or he scores them and then nullifies his ability for the rest of the game. So either of those options will be good. I'm probably looking to set up an Astro script with maybe a Sansan out, and then also looking to have another Astro script in hand before I score that first one, so that by the time Ian's 2 credits get turned on, that second Astro is already coming down the pipe. I've got 4 points scored, I've got an Astro counter, and the race is on, hopefully making it a short game that doesn't really make use of Ian's amazing credit gaining ability. So that's my plan, Robert.
It sounds like a good one.
Well, I hope
You're ready for anything.
I hope so. And running HQ again, it's going to be a trace 4. It's going to cost 2 to get in here.
Woo! But he's ready.
And just shakes the tag.
Shake it.
So ends the run, then shakes the tag. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Recurring credits cost nothing.
Just an opportunity to use them.
And there's one click left over here on Ryan's side. Crash Space providing some decent protection against Scorch, at least delaying it a turn. Usually, or at least making it cost more.
What?
And scores the Beal. Trace 2 the second time around, scores the Beal. Ian's ability not going to be in effect for a while.
Yep.
And now what I'm looking for is mid-season. So I'm going to corporate shuffle. Going to shuffle 2 in and draw a new hand of 5 cards and hope that one of those is a Midseason Replacements that comes down the pipe. And I'm going to... I mean, if I didn't have one, you get a reshuffle minus 5 cards. So you're really looking at 40 cards, 5 of those out, so 35 left in the deck. There's 3 mid-season. It's a pretty decent shot at mid-season here.
Yep. So you're saying there's a chance.
And we'll know in just a second.
Are you going to give it away if there is?
I will play it.
Oh, yes!
I'll play it immediately. 5 credits, just enough. And if I grab the recurring, that probably means I did get the mid-season.
Yep.
Making sure that is the best play here. Yep.
Bam.
Mid-season can be a trace 8.
And I'm guessing he doesn't have the money for it.
If he pays 2 credits, he'll take 4 tags, which is not terrible. Crash Space is making quick work of those. Yeah. So actually, Ryan, the first player I've really seen who has built a deck that effectively digs out of midseason, and it does it very well.
Yeah, as we've seen.
He can do a Crash Space, credit, shake, and he's 2 tags down every single turn. And that's what he's going to do.
$2, 2 tags. He's halfway through. Now you have to just get in there. Get him.
Yeah, and so this is, spent 5 for this, and he's going to essentially lose 2 turns. That's not a terrible trade for me, but it certainly shuts down a lot of the tricks that I was hoping to rely on this game with a tagged up runner. This NBN deck absolutely loves that. Gain 2, trash Crash Space.
Pro move.
Gonna delay that tag drop even more.
It's an extra turn.
Gain 2 credit, shake a tag, and then probably gain a credit.
1 credit.
Yep. And so next turn, Ian will be untagged. There's really nothing I can threaten here. Maybe a credit, Sweep, Scorch, but I believe he's got 4 in hand, so it won't much matter. Unless I just want to tempo him out. Draw 4 again.
Do those things that I would like you to do.
Okay. Considering the old late night Netrunner session.
How late was it?
This is I think this is around 2-ish.
Woo! That is a full day of net running.
All right, draw in 2 credits.
Very nice. What were you looking for?
Man,
Stuff.
Options.
Cards.
And 2 in the trash can, and we may actually see another agenda, breaking news, or even an NAPD in the trash.
Because why not?
To get another mid-seasons off, if there is one in hand, and that's maybe what I was looking for with the draw. First is R&D.
Ooh.
Not bothering with the tag
Pop-up.
yet. Pop-up. Love
Great
that
for you.
exchange. Love
Great
that
for you.
exchange. And Ryan going to keep going.
Pop-up proves its worth time and time again. Recurrings.
And it's another Draco.
No wonder
Trace
you
4,
grab
baby.
him.
That really opens up HQ here, though.
Yep.
I like that for Ryan. But it gives him another tag.
That is not what he wanted at all.
And then shaking a tag. Gain 2 credits and shake. So delaying the inevitable of being tagged.
4 cards. Suspicious question from Steven.
This is so good out of NBN because Sweeps Week asks the same question. So even asking doesn't give it away in NBN that you're running the Scorch deck. But I think at this point, pretty much everyone at the tournament knew
what you were up to.
Knew that was going on, yeah. Probably have 1 Scorched here, deciding if you want to just nuke 4 cards out of hand just to be annoying.
Yes, I would, Kent. But are you going to?
Are you going to, is the question.
Oh!
First is Jackson.
Action Jackson.
And this looks good for me. It's going to be out for probably at least a turn. Ian not really having the money to go over there and deal with it. So drawing a ton of cards. Trying to set something up here.
Ooh.
1 card.
This one.
1 card.
I choose you.
And drew a lot.
Wait,
There's going to be some very important discards
here.
here.
It is.
2 card.
And.
By the way, this is, if anyone ever is asking the question, what is taxing ice? This is exactly what it looks like. Both these pieces of ice do not stop the runner inherently, but they make them spend money.
Yep.
And that is really what you're looking for in a mid-seasons exchange. It's also just kind of what you're looking for to keep the runner poor, which is always a really good thing to do. Make them pay for the accesses. And first click is Archives. Chuck in 2 Psychographics, 2 NAPDs. And
Holy
Sweeps and a hedge.
Man, NAPD is just...
And so now we know
card.
There's 4 points sitting over there in Archives. It's going to cost 8 to steal. And so trying to keep Ian as poor as humanly possible. And I think that's a good way to do it.
That's such a tantalizing peek into R&D.
Right.
It's just like, man, they're right there.
First is Jackson for 2. Drawing ever more cards. Second is Sweeps. And with Jackson on the board, those NAPDs could easily go back in the deck as well. So
It's true.
Really, if If
Even
Ryan
if you
just
try.
gains 4 and then archives. All right, hedge fund comes down for the final click. That's going to put me in some really favorable economic conditions. And 1 card is owed. Archives builds quickly whenever Jackson is on the board sometimes.
Yeah, it does. Okay.
All right, so gaining 3 credits and running Jackson.
Excellent.
Go ahead and use him there.
Pro. Who was the smart?
And the real
move?
question is, do you put both NAPDs in? Yes, you do. 2 NAPDs and 1 face down card goes back in, probably an agenda. And I'm kind of curious what that face down remote is, honestly.
I have no idea.
Is it a Sandy?
If we're lucky.
It seems like a San, right?
Sanson. Alrighty. Let's get in there.
San, is it? What is it? And over to me. Mandatory draw. First card is draw. How many cards have been drawn in this game? A lot.
13.
Card drawn fiend right now.
I'm just guessing on 13. Might not actually be.
Hedge fund. More money. Cards
Woo!
get you money. Money gets you cards. And install for 1 over the top.
Very nice. And what are you going to do?
What is Ryan going to do here? See, this is a really... I really love tempo. Every time when I was a chess player, I really dug the idea of tempo, and you can see clearly that it is the San, right? With only an access to global sec out, scored 2 points, but otherwise has spent a lot of turns just recovering for that midseason. You know, running various things, taxing ice, stealing the credits, gaining a credit, and then trashing the San.
Yep.
Mandatory draw. And looking at the options here.
You seem pretty stable over here.
Yeah.
I feel like it's time to start rolling these out.
A lot of money, maybe scoring an agenda out here.
Mm-hmm.
Also have some other good options. We think that I may have had a scorched in hand early here, so if there's another drawn, that could be a potential problem.
Nice.
Install, establishing a new remote. And 2 clicks left. Install and advance.
Nice.
That's a pretty scary play. Could be an NAPD down there. Could be a breaking news to give tags.
All kinds of things.
And Scorch, which is a really problematic possibility here.
What's that ice? Do you remember?
I think that's a wraparound, yeah.
Nice.
And so I feel like with no money, this is very difficult for Ryan here. First click is going to draw a card. And then 3 clicks for 3 credits. All right, mandatory draw over here. On the left side.
You just score it out.
We're going to install, or I'm sorry, advance to breaking news, which gives Ryan 2 tags.
2 tags.
And then there's the double scorch
scorch.
earth.
Holy smokes.
That's,
oh, man. Classic.
That is the problem with NBN, is it can come at you a lot of ways. Huge congrats to Ryan for making it to the finals. Obviously,
excellent
a great
finish.
Player. Colorado Springs meta. A really good group of guys down there. So if you are around Colorado Springs, anywhere around that area, check this place out. Petrie's Games, Colorado Springs, Colorado. Get hooked into this community. Great group of dudes. And huge congrats to Ryan. Again, thanks, man. That was a great game, and I'm happy.
And congrats to you, Steven.
Yeah, feel very fortunate to have made it to the finals here and have won on that breaking news double scorched.
Double scorched. Classic win for NBN there.
So thank you guys for joining us at the Petrie's Games Regional 2014. We have, of course, always more games coming down the pipeline, so you don't have to go far to find more Netrunner content. We really do appreciate your viewership, and if you'd like to support what we're doing here, the content that we're pushing out, then we do have a store, and you can buy some stuff from us there, or don't, or visit your local store. Do whatever you want. But whatever you do, play some Netrunner.
Play that Netrunner. Run those nets.
We'll see you guys next time.